Assalamu alaikum. Hope everyone's doing well. 2 minutes late, but this is our 6 p.m. live session. And I want to quickly pause in the series that we're working on with regards to bridging the gap between parents and their kids, and have, inshallah, a whole series planned, a whole list of episodes coming, defining success and how to set goals and how how the relationship can be improved between parents and their kids. But I wanted to quickly pause on that, at least for a day. And today I want to answer the question or advise those who are struggling with the problem of being bored. Right. So are you bored? I ask that because almost every video on Instagram and almost every video on TikTok and a lot of the Facebook posts and Twitter posts and all that regards to Corona, and there are a number of different things. People talk about the health and science and the medical side of coronavirus, and others are talking about opportunities, and others are talking about volunteering, and those who are in need of help, and the politics and the policy behind it. There's a whole list of ways of slicing and dicing up the corona pandemic. But one of the most common types of content and most common videos and posts that are related to corona have been and continue to be, I'm bored, therefore I'm doing X. I'm bored, therefore I'm doing Y. Aren't you guys bored just like me? Well, why don't we do this? Okay, fine. If you're bored, let's try to help. And I'll remind you that the first week, which is this week, the first week of our live show, or the live show that we're trying to grow, we're trying to be regular and consistent with, the first week has a prize, has a competition, a challenge, and a prize. And inshallah, every week we'll have a competition, challenge, and a prize. The first week, the challenge is to come up with the most impressive, the longest, the most beneficial list of things you can do while under quarantine. So the person who submits the most impressive list, the longest, the most engaging list, will win a prize, inshallah, which is a gift card. But let me try to help you guys out, right? So that's due Thursday. Maybe we'll announce it Thursday or Friday. Maybe we'll give it another couple of days. People to come up with their list. We already have 2 submissions, pretty good lists. I'm hoping for even better. But here's a few points to add to your list. Here are a few things that you might not have thought about. One, while under quarantine, during the coronavirus, during this pandemic, it's an excellent opportunity to learn something new. Right. Now, I know everybody, and it depends on obviously if your parents, kids, etc., where you are in society, if you're working, studying, but pretty much everybody has certain responsibilities. You have certain things that you have to do, and we all have to eat, we all have to sleep, etc. A lot of us are in school, so you have homeworks and projects and responsibilities and exams, and it's shifted online, but you still have work to do, right? If you put that aside, if you put aside the eating and the sleeping, you put aside the homework and the projects and the exams and the schoolwork and the online classes that you have to do, put that aside, you still have plenty of time. You still have a lot of time. This is the time to learn something new. If you haven't already jumped on the bandwagon, if you haven't already checked this out, know that there's been a trend for the last 5, 10, 15 years. It's really taken off in the last 5, 10 years of online classes, right? I know we just spoke about online classes in school, but I'm not talking about school. I'm talking about you choosing your own classes, about you choosing your own areas of intellectual curiosity or trying to fulfill your intellectual curiosity. You finding your own passions, your own hobbies, you finding the experts in different areas of things that you're interested in and finding out how you can get better in these areas, how you can develop skills, passions, hobbies outside of the classroom. This isn't just the classes that I got to take and the credits that I need in order to graduate with this degree, in order to get a job or to go to another degree or make my parents proud. That's fine. I'm talking about, don't you have questions that you've been thinking? You have questions about the big existential philosophical questions like, why are we here? Where are we going? What's the purpose of life? What do other people think our purpose of life is? How about different great people that lived throughout history, people that brought about huge amount of change? How about different movements, different peoples, different cultures? Maybe it's the science of X or the science of Y, right? Maybe it's technology, how a certain app works, a certain software works, how a certain company works, how certain leaders function, how certain leaders manage their teams, how certain organizations work. I mean, the list is endless. Think of the 150 different majors in college, and there's plus more. There's plenty of things that aren't taught in school that are taught online. In every one of these areas, there's lists of online courses you can take. So that's point number one. You can learn. And there, I have to also add, and I'll make that point number two. Um, I'm talking about broadening your horizons in terms of what education looks like and what learning looks like. And that includes, like I said, courses and majors that are outside of what you're forced to take or what you're encouraged to take in school. But that's only part of it, because learning also happens outside the classroom. Learning isn't just from books, teachers, classrooms, online or in person. That's definitely one way to learn. And it's definitely important to constantly be learning from teachers, from classrooms, from books, from classes. But learning is also a lot wider than that. Learning can be from people that you meet, even if they're not your teacher or professor, even if it's not through school, through instruction, through classrooms. People that you meet that might have a different background than you. Maybe you have different age, maybe you have different life experiences, different faiths, etc. Or they're of your faith, of your background and so on, but they might be older than you. They might have years of experience that you don't have, or they've been through things that you haven't been through, or they work in areas that you haven't worked in, or they have a role in the community that you don't know much about, or a role in the community that you would like to take one day. So those are mentors. So there's a lot you can learn outside of the classroom, not just from books and classes and teachers and professors. Learning is a lot wider than that. So I encourage you to learn. If the coronavirus means less time outdoors, it also means less time in traffic, less time in your car, less time. Someone wrote, Abdullah, calm down. I get passionate, I get excited, I start talking really fast. Forgive me. Walaikum salam. YK. Thanks for joining us. But you're right. I hopefully I'm not misunderstood, or hopefully it's not unclear. But yes, I'm told regularly that I talk too fast and I get too energetic and too passionate. That sometimes it can be misunderstood. I'll do my best to be a little bit more calm and collected, but people communicate differently. People have different personalities, and if I thought about something and I know that I want to share it online, it means I've thought about it quite a bit, and that I'm very passionate about it, and that I really think that it's going to benefit you. So I get passionate is one way to put it. Anxious is another way to put it. The irony, right, and the anxiety it is to want to communicate clearly, you become unclear in your communication. It's ironic, but anyway, hopefully so far it's been kind of clear. Um, I'm just taking this opportunity to take a break in the series on bridging the gap between parents and kids, which inshallah continue. I'm aiming for 100 unique episodes, inshallah. So, yeah, but in that break today, I wanted to answer the question or address the issue that people have been constantly posting about across social media platforms and joking about. But I know there's truth to it, which is that people are bored, or they're doing all sorts of things like getting on TikTok because they're bored, right? And nothing wrong with TikTok, but I'm on TikTok. You can check me out. Ain't a Jod 101. But I have motivational videos on there. I've done a few, trying to be funny. But obviously, if you think TikTok is just about singing and dancing, know that it's a platform where you can share video content. So it could be a lot. It's a lot broader than that. It could be whatever you want it to be. So maybe I'll leave that for point number three. Point number three is that during this corona pandemic, during this virus, it could be an excellent time for you to consider creating content around the things that you're passionate about. I'll go back real quick. First two are connected. It's about learning. Number three is about sharing. During this coronavirus, we're stuck at home. We're under quarantine. Right? Our schedules have changed. A lot of people are frustrated by this or they're bored. But this is a time where you can do things that you can't normally do. I believe that and of course the list is long. And again, you guys can submit. You guys can submit lists of own, and there's a prize for the most impressive, longest, I guess the uniquest, if that's a word, list. But my list includes three things that I would love for you to add to your list. This is time to learn something new, right? You got more time, less time in traffic, less time, outdoors. You got more time indoors. It's time to learn, and that's from the classrooms and the books and so on, online and in person. But it also means more time you can learn from non-traditional sources, like having a mentor, so on, or talking to people. Because online you can talk to people all over the world. Use your imagination. Salam Yazan, how are you? I said YK because that's what it shows me. It shows me the username is YK, and I wasn't paying attention, but this is my cousin and best friend Yazan, and Yazan throwing me off, bro. I plan out my live sessions, and I want every day to be an episode, and that's cool. No, live should be a little bit more casual than recorded episodes, and it is an opportunity for people to ask questions and make comments. So I miss you a lot, bro. Feel free to ask a question or make a comment, or but yeah, on Instagram. So right now I'm using Facebook Live on my page, Abdullah Najjar page, and I'm on YouTube, which is Abdullah Najjar, my channel. But I also go live. I'm trying to go live every day on multiple platforms, trying to be consistent, trying to grow a brand. I'm also using Twitch and Twitter and Instagram. Instagram quite often because everyone's going live on there, and yeah, it's mostly a high school, college audience. But on Instagram, there's more opportunity for Yazan, if you get on my Instagram, on your Instagram, sorry, and I go live, and I will go live inshallah at 7 o'clock on Instagram and at 9:30 as well. You can jump in, right? That's for all of you as well. If you're interested in kind of like going back and forth rather than just me lecturing, you can jump in on Instagram, where if you have an account, we can both be, it'll split the screen, it'll be half. We can both speak. We can do whatever you want to do. Interview, discussion, debate, make jokes, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, this is kind of more one way, unless you're gonna tap out a question, which I'm down for as well. What was I saying? Point number one is the time to learn the traditional methods of online classes. That's kind of traditional now. It's been there for 15 years. Go explore. Just search anything you're interested about. You'll probably find an online course for it on some of the platforms. Some of the most famous platforms are Udemy, EDX, Coursera, but there's a whole list. Also, if you're interested in courses on like Islamic studies, for example, which is something I talk about, and I constantly take courses on this, Al-Maghrib and Faith Essentials are regularly putting out courses. Faith Essentials are free now because of the corona for at least the next few weeks. So check out faithessentials.com. That's for Islamic studies. The courses are free, but there's also the Islamic Online University, and they're free and paid courses, and there's like 500,000 people online as we speak that are taking courses at Islamic Online University. There's also Qalam and Bayna. There's also Mishka University. It's online. Al Salam Institute, which is based in the UK, which is fantastic. The head of Al Islam is one of the most knowledgeable people in the world, probably, and someone that has put out great content on all sorts of different topics. He's an expert in hadith, so classically trained Islamic scholar, but he's also a professor at Oxford or Cambridge or one of those universities. Teaches Arabic there at the PhD level and engages with some of the world's intellectuals. He's an Indian origin, but he's fluent in like 3, 4, 5 languages. Really, really impressive. But there's a whole list of online institutes. The point is, if you're looking for it, you can find it. Number two, remember that not everything requires a course or a book or traditional means. You can also find people and talk to people on all different things. Dimitri, you're awesome too. Um, you can also find people that you can engage with on all different platforms and just talk to people, chat, chat rooms, Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Instagram pages. Find people doing all sorts of things that you're passionate about and learn, right? This is the time to learn another skill. And if it's about fitness, for example, it's an easy example to use. If it's about fitness, this is the time to go on YouTube and find those who are really into fitness and that can teach you about exercise and about sleep and about nutrition, about all the stuff that you need to grow and to get stronger. Number three, this could be the time. This is probably the time to do kind of like what I'm doing, and others are, of course, a lot further along. People have hundreds watching their live streams, and I have only a few, which is fine. It's not all about numbers. I'm just saying that people are further along. Some people have been doing this for months and years. I'm new to this. But since we're stuck at home, this could be the time that you start making content regularly and consistently, and ideally have a schedule that people can follow. I'm trying to get there. This could be the time to make content around the things that you're very passionate about, because there's a number of benefits to that. One is it forces you to think a little bit more, right? If you're going to share something, you got to think about it at least once, but really you should think about it more than once. And although I'm sometimes all over the place, sometimes I get so passionate and energetic that it's kind of unorganized, and I'm working on that, and it's good for me as well that I'm forced to organize my thoughts. But I do take notes before I go live. I don't know if you can see that, but I do at least sketch out an outline of ideas, and I do have, inshallah, it's coming to be 100 unique episodes on things related to like parents and their kids and community issues, basically. I'm hoping each point is meaningful, although it might get repetitive. We'll see. Yeah, and I'm definitely not the expert on these issues, but creating content around the things that matter to you means one, you have to organize your thoughts. Two, you have to do research because you can't share unless you know. So you got to be learning constantly. This is good for you. Forces you to be more organized with your time as well. So it's at least 3 reasons. But also because potentially it's possible, not easy, but possible, that if you regularly make videos about your fitness, your exercise, your your youth work, your technology, your gaming, your app development, your whatever it is that you're passionate about, teaching classes, whatever you're doing, that could mean that that could potentially turn into a source of income. It could mean that you make money off of the things that you're passionate about, which means you can do them more. It can be more sustainable, which allows you to grow an organization, hire people, create even better content, and the list goes on and on. The cycle goes on and on. So yeah, so number three is create content about things that you're passionate about that forces you to do more, to be more organized, to research more, to learn more, to share more, to be consistent, and it could be a potential income which could allow you to spend the rest of your life doing the things that you're passionate about. Hey, it's worth trying. That's what I'm trying to do. At least one of the things I'm trying to do under quarantine. So, although your camera is shaking a lot, just wanted to let you know. Oh, okay, I appreciate the feedback, bro. Maybe it's because I hit the desk. That's why. Yeah, it's not good. My desk is a bit. Okay, there's room for shake. Okay. Now my Facebook, because my laptop is on my desk, and the Facebook Live is on its own tripod, so it doesn't shake. But the desk shakes, the laptop shakes. I got you. So maybe I'll be on my chair rather than on my desk. Appreciate the feedback, bro. Always trying to improve my video audio, but the lighting. People complain about lighting for a long time, and I've gotten less complaints since I started this ring light, which is like for makeup artists. Different colors. Try my best to make the content better. The lighting is better. Let me know if you think audio can be improved. I got audio and lighting issues basically for the last 2-3 years of me making videos, and I knew that I'd one day improve it. But it's obviously easier at a desk than when I'm shooting a video somewhere else. But I've got a $200 microphone and I've got a $30 ring light, so I think that's better. I'll work on the shaking of the desk. People have said you need a background. You can't constantly just use the wall, and the videos are going to get repetitive and boring. So I'm going to do my best to either get wallpaper or put up different, kind of make a collage or move around. I'll figure it out, inshallah. I share this because if you have any suggestions, any advice, you're always free to DM me. And yeah, if you want to send me stuff, I know this is kind of early. This is a new show. It's literally like episode 3 or 4. But who knows? If you want to send me, let's say, I was considering maybe a bookshelf. But if you want wallpaper, maybe both. I have a lot of space. I might have both. I have also to my right, to my left, above me. I can always move the desk in a different part of the room and do more things. But if you're interested in sending me things, I don't know why. If you're interested in sending me things, like something I can put up, I don't know if it's a letter or a poster or something, or a book, and I can set it up on my bookshelf, or an item or an object that's related to some of the things I talk about, community issues, religious issues, youth issues, kids, entrepreneurship, media, social media. I mean, if you have something you want to send me or something I might like and use, be much appreciated. But you definitely don't have to. But and then until then, I'll probably be thinking more about this again. Always open to comments, questions, and concerns. I'm gonna go have dinner because I'm hungry. I've been talking for almost 20 minutes straight, and I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. inshallah on Twitch and Twitter, and yeah, and then at 9:30 on Instagram, live at 9:30, which is a little bit more casual, and people have an opportunity to jump on and ask questions. Love you guys. It means a lot that you guys joined me. See you guys soon, inshallah. Take care, Yazan. Yazan, hit me up on Instagram, yeah?